Hello. Hello, mate. How you doing? Welcome to me not knowing a clue what I'm doing. Yeah. Anyway, I just want to make sure we're coming start streaming. Hello. Hello, mate. How you doing? Welcome to me not knowing a clue what I'm doing. Right. That's it. We're okay. Just some housekeeping. Okay. Right. Yeah. So well, let's give you a little introduction. Hello, my name's Dave Jones. I'm up to all sorts of stuff, and I've created a thing, and I needed to have a carry case to show people. So I modelled it. I didn't model it on screen. I modelled it off screen. So what we'll do, we'll open up the model. I'll show you through the model first, and we'll have a look at the model. Yeah. Okay. Let me just load the model. Okay, here we go. You probably saw the model on the thumbnail. Let's get you onto the old screen. There you go. Right. So, what we've got is a it's a project I've been working on since 2012, really. 2012, but this is what we've ended up with, sort of. So basically, I've modelled. What I needed to do is I needed to create this plastic plate. Now I made it the size of a carry. I'll show you in a minute. I made it the size of a. It's an old Jessup's camera case actually, and it just fits inside nicely and sits on the foam inside it. And you can just pull it out and it's not fastening. It's just sitting on the foam. It seems to sit there nicely. Anyway, so what we got is I just lay it out. Basically, we lay it out, and in order to lay it out, first thing, what I don't want to do is get a plastic sheet and start dropping stuff onto the sheet and guessing where the holes have to go and just holding it over and then trying to draw through, mark through it or drill through it and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't bother with all of that. So I thought let's let's model it. The only problem is if you model it, you tell you what I didn't do. Oh well, never mind. We'll look at that later. Let's tell you what. Let's just share it. Let me just share something. Give me a second. Right, let's share it. Should have shared it earlier, really, but anyway, let's share it now. Yeah, we'll share it now, and then that'll do. Is that enough? Is that enough? Should we share another one? No, I don't think so. We'll just share it on Twitter. That'll do. Right. Okay, anyway. So, in order to model it, what I don't want to do is, this is the bugbear, if you design something, like the holes and the sizes, and they're too small, you've got to resort to opening the holes up. If it's a round hole, it's not too difficult. You can put a cone cutter in it. But if it's just a square hole, you've got to trim it with a knife and all sorts of stuff. I don't want to know. Don't want to do that. That's just makes the job horrible. Imagine how good it would be if you could just mill it out or laser cut it out and everything fit exactly right. There's no trimming, There's no adjusting, there's no getting the carving knife out, no getting the file out, no nothing. It just all fits. You think, this is easy. And also, when you've done one, you can create another one. If someone says, I don't know, so if you've got someone you employed to sell some stuff for you, they want to take a demonstration case with them, and they might say, make another one and I'll take it with me. And you'd have to go through all that process all over again, cutting it, drilling it, and what a game. Now we just make we've got a template, we just make as many as you want. And you can also alter it as well. It's no problem to alter it if you wanted to alter it. Yeah, you probably have to unsolder the wires and stuff, or unscrew everything to get it back out. So basically, let's have a look at what we got. I did it in clear polycarbonate. I designed it so you could see through it. It's not in X-ray mode. Now the only thing is, to do all this, you've got to have some parts already. You see, you've got to have some bits. So I already had modelled the reader, and I already had modelled my main circuit board. Although you can't see there where is it? That should be there. You can't see that. There we can now. For some reason it's gone white on me, so I must have clicked on it by mistake somewhere and did all the edges. I could fix that if you want. Let's fix that now. So all we're going to do is go onto the paint box, choose a solid colour of, say, black or grey, and then we've got to click on the edge. Now that didn't turn out right, so undo that. We want the actual edge. Now that didn't work out. Undo that. So what we're going to do is select this thing and then paint the... No, still didn't do it. I see, because we've got to click right into it. So what? I wonder why all the edges went white. That's weird. Let's see if I can paint them. Oh, painted that one. Oh, painted the whole thing. I think maybe I did paint it. Yeah, it's awkward. Sorry, it is awkward. Nah, that's just one at a time, innit? So what I must have done is I must have painted them all. Anyway, what you end up having to do, you end up having to model the whole thing. It's a bit better, isn't it? It's a bit better. Something gone wild there. I'll have to sort that out. I suppose I could just copy and paste that bit from another unit. Anyway, I'll leave it like that. So the reason when I model something, I do it to a best detail, or the amount of detail I need it doing to. Even up to model these things. I mean, there's programs you can bring in the connectors. I think it's KiCad and stuff. You can do 3D. This is all done in SketchUp, so you have to make everything yourself. I don't think you'll find none of this stuff. So you have to make this little 10-way ST connector. You have to make all the joints and everything. And you might as well model it. It takes time, yeah, it does. So anyway, yesterday, Sunday morning, sorry. Was it Sunday morning yesterday? Probably was. I spent all day making this thing. Now, to get the size of the buttons and to get the cutout for the lock here, to model the lock, and then to get the cutout for this IDC socket, fused IDC socket, this one is. So that was a reclaimed one, that's reclaimed. This I already had modelled, that display model, that modelled, the reader modelled. So what I didn't have modelled was, the buttons, and I didn't have modelled the lock, and I didn't have modelled the IDC, so I ended up modelling them. and I think I made a mistake on that one. Doesn't matter. Well, there's two reasons to model it, but I think these prongs are supposed to be lower than the earth, aren't they? Pretty sure they are, and I've got another one here somewhere. Right. Let's just show you that. Hang on a second. Let's get you over to this screen. So there's one. I modelled it from. I had two of these reclaimed, and I thought I might as well use them. You only have to cut a square, and then they drop them in. Right. So yes, the pins, the earth pin sticks out flush almost, and the other two are set back. So we might as well alter the model now. At least if we use it again, it'll be sort of correct. So we'll just drop them back. Let's just see. They're back about, let's say they're back 3 mil. 3.5 mil. So we'll just go on here and we'll go on to that and take it down 3.5 mil. And we'll do the same with this one. 3.5 mil. There you go. So now the OCD has gone out, gone away, and oh, we seem to have a, yeah, we got a film there. See that film? I wonder what that is. Are we still selected? Oh, sorry, that is the, that's the cutout. Yeah, that is actually this. And what I didn't do, because this is going through it, and also I never noticed these goes through there as well. Right. And I never actually cut it out. Well, I did, but what I do is select the outer frame and then copy that section like this. What you do is you go into here. I normally do it from plan view. Take the go back to parallel projection, zoom here, double click it, and what you're after is this area here. So if you wanted that there, oh, wrong, just click on the frame bits. Right, that is your cutout, so you could copy that then. Copy, and you can click out of it, right? And then what you do is you paste in place, right? And what that would give you, you can't see it's there. So in order to see that, you'd have to turn some of it off. There'll be a wireframe there somewhere. So you'd have to turn off the IDC socket. There it is. And what you do is that's in the exact place you need it for your cutout. See what I mean? So what you do is, like you see over here, there's it on its side down there. And I just use my G code. Actually, still got some G code within it there. I thought I cancelled all this G code. That's weird, isn't it? Anyway, let's save before we do anything. Still got some G code in it. It says not G code, some flat script. Sorry, flat script. So let's go with these. Yeah, it's not getting rid of them, is it? So I need to get rid of them manually. Yeah, get rid of them manually. Yeah, because if I want to make another one, it's going to be a bit of a problem. Oh, I've got rid of the whole thing there. You've got to be careful, you got to get rid of the right thing. Yeah, these are plunge holes. Now, for some reason, my eraser didn't get rid of the plunge holes for some reason. Anyway, let's get rid of them. Get rid of the plunge holes. I've plunged them 50% because the hole was, it's a bit of a trick. If your hole you want to drill is bigger than your minimum size for your drill bit or your milling bit, I'd plunge them only 50%, so or you can do 25%. And what that does is it goes through the material a little bit, so you know where the hole's got to be, then you can go through with your drill bit. Just go through after with your drill bit, see. Right, is that all gone? Yeah, I think it has. Right, I'll save that. Okay. So anyway, if you're using SketchUp and you want to do your model, what you've got to do is you've got to copy your piece and put it down. Let me put the perspective back on, and we'll go to it. What you have to do is you have to try to make it flat. I suppose that's why they call it flat script. If you look on the angle, see there's nothing sticking up. Over there, ignore that. In fact, how do you get rid of that if you don't want that on the screen? That's my safe area, that is. How can I get rid of that? I can't really, can I? I can delete it. Yeah, just delete it like that. Yeah. Right, save that again. Right, so we've got that. So I've done a lot of models. I did modeling stuff, but this system works pretty well. So you've actually got two there now because I did one earlier. Now there's one above the other, but one's underneath. So I need to get rid of that now, but only one of them. How do I get rid of the last one? Right, don't want to undo. So let's we've got to get rid of one of these. I think, I'm not sure which one. It doesn't matter. Let's say it's the top one. Let's just get rid of the top. The top one's probably the best. Hang on, let's find out what the other one's doing. Now, the top ones are the ones we want to keep. It's the bottom one we want to get rid of. Well, the inside one. And to get that, to be able to click that. Oh, that's part of the other screen now. So it was that one. But I do need to get rid of that one. Yeah, so that's the one we want to get rid of. But we want to come out. We want to grab this one. I want to cut it. I'm going to go back into the component, or and paste it in place, and come out. And that's going to be the right way in it round now. Yeah, that's it. No, it isn't. It's actually too high, isn't it? Right, if it's too high, you have to do it like this. Now you have to get the right angle on it. You have to go into it, and you have to get the tool, and you have to grab it. Now I'll have to grab all of it. Not the, oh, hang on. You want just that, and that, and then you've got to move it onto the face. So you've got to try and go down, and now it's going to want to pull on face. That's it. You've got to be careful of that because it will budge it and move it. Right, so we're on the face now. That's exactly where we want to go. And if you want to make sure, go on to plan view with the parallel projection, and it's in the right place. And if you're not absolutely sure, you always put the socket back in view. Oh my god. I just realised I'm not showing you anything. Right, so all that was for naught, wasn't it? Hang on a minute. Right, so sorry. Sorry, you've been watching me talking. Anyway. Oh my god. That's the trouble if nobody's watching, or they don't say, we can't see what you're saying. Anyway, that was a big fail. Right, so anyway, this is the screen that you couldn't see. Anyway, I wonder what happened there. Crazy. Anyway, so let's put the IDC socket back on. So we got this model. Put it into perspective. I can't believe I wasn't watching that. That's mad. Let me just go back a minute. Have I literally Don't know if you can see it now. It won't let me. Oh well. Right, anyway. Let's start all over again, shall we? Right, welcome to a live stream. How long was that for? Can't tell. 20 minutes. Right, okay. That's funny. Right. So, oh dear. Sorry. Should have watched the screen. Make sure. Unless I pressed the key and we changed. So what we've got plan view here. Right, let's get rid of that one a minute. Right, so this is the plate, and in order to make this plate, we've had to model certain things. So I've modelled the buttons, modelled the IDC socket, and modelled the lock. I already had modelled the screen, the reader head, and my controller. Okay. So let's have a look at the buttons, for instance. So let's turn off the plastics. Turn the plastics off a minute. Right, so this button, I had to model that anyway. It's all gone wrong there. I don't know if to carry on or what. Right. Anyway, let's go on a more interesting view. Let's do an X-ray view. There's an X-ray view. Now you can see all the intricacies of the modelling. Basically, all three are the same. The only difference is the colour. And you can see it's quite interesting to see all the stuff, all the connectors. And you can even go in here, look, go in here, see the chips and all sorts. And you can even go into the LED. Look at this wireframe view. It's like a game, it's like a 3D game, this. Remember the old wireframe 3D games years ago? Actually, this looks better than some of them 3D games. Right. Anyway, so let's give you the give you the short version because I messed this stream up. Right. So let's see the plastic again. Right. Okay. So we've made milled out all the holes, right, all from this design over here. So we ended up with something that looks like this, right, something that looks like that. And the idea was I didn't want to do any trimming, cutting, filing or anything, and I wanted it all to be exacting. So what I do is model the actual thing that's going in there, right, model it, and use the holes that already come already. You just go into the model, you can copy the holes out, alright, and basically paste them onto the board, put them onto the surface, and that's what I basically did with all this lot. And once it was dropped onto the surface, like got your fixing holes there, and then your cable hole. Once you've got all that, you get it down like this, and let's go on to plan view. Wrong way around. It doesn't matter. Wrong way around. It's okay. Anyway, so what you do is you mill out all your holes, right? Now this flat script, it makes SketchUp crash sometimes, so it's not a good thing to do live. But basically, you've got to put your inside outside cut. Let's try it. Right, it only crashes SketchUp. It's a Ruby script or something, I think it is. So this will be the process. So what I'll do is I'll just save that where it is, and I'll go over to these tools here. This is the flat script extension. Now you can go into extensions, and you've got different extensions. Flat script doesn't appear in there. Oh, there it is. Flat plugin, flat 3D, and some other stuff. Flat G code. Oh, plot G code. Right. So anyway, so what you do first, you start off. You do the inner bit. So that one there. So let's just grab a tool and see how it puts a line there. Look. Right, now if you want to be, that's your tool path. Let's just zoom in a bit. That'll be your tool path where your bit cuts round. Okay, and it's on the inside cut, even though that's saying it's an outside cut tool. Right, but this, because we've got different colour, it is the outside, same as this would be the outside, but that's the outside. So basically it's saying, it is confusing, but anyway. So now if you wanted to do the other one, you go to this one, and when you go over here now, it's going to do an outside one, even though that's the inside tool. Look, inside cut tool, select face, end to select next face. Now you can swap the face. If you go onto here and you right click, you can go reverse faces. Right. Now reverse the face. Now if you go on here, that should give you the outside cut, yeah, which it's supposed to be. And this one should give you the inside cut. So that's right now. So we might as well do that. And this one's going to be the same, yeah. So we need to reverse the face on that, even though you can't see the face. Right, so reverse the face, and we'll have to reverse the face on this one. So at least we're showing you now the process. I'll keep saving it because it will crash this thing. Well, I haven't applied any things to it. Let's just try this one over here, see what we're going to get. Now that's an inside cut, and we wanted that one will be the outside cut. So we need to reverse the face on that one as well. Reverse the face, that's that one done. How about this one down here? Is that the same? Has it crashed? I think it's crashed. So you're just witnessing a flat script crash. This SketchUp doesn't crash unless you're doing something with flat scripts. That's why I keep saving it. So that'll go on for ages, and it will time out eventually and tell you, or you have to try and shut it down. So what I do is right click on it and close the window, close the program. Right, then we have to run it again. This is a bit of a bugbear with it. That's the only bugbear we've got. Right, is it going to load up yet? Right, it always loads to this MakerBot model, so let's go back to this one. Right, so this is the reason for saving it. Right, so, and I actually haven't applied any flat script to it yet. Now this one, it did. I just double check. Oh, hang on. Maybe I didn't do it right. Hang on. Okay. Save that. Right, so let's see where we got to. Let's try that over there. Yeah, that's the wrong one. So we need to flip that face as well. Reverse the face. So now it should give you an outside cut, but the inside should give you an inside cut. Yeah. And that's given, these are the wrong way as well. So I'm going to have to flip these faces as well. Reverse the faces. You don't have to do it, but you can choose the opposite, but if you want to keep it trouble free when doing your G code. I'll show you that bit. We'll go through an online. We've got an online G code plotter thing that we can show you running, and we can. It's the best way before you take it to the CNC and start milling out anything. Just make sure by trying it first and watching it, because if you click in the wrong place, you put too much G code, this flat script, it'll do what it thinks it's doing. It'll just go ahead and do it, and you won't know until you come to cut it. It'll start cutting weird stuff and extra passes and all sorts of stuff. Right, so let's just go with that outside one. That should be outside. That should be outside, 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 outside. That's inside. So we need to change that one. Reverse the faces. Right. Now it should be outside. Yeah. So I'll save that. Got to keep saving it. That's everything else is okay. Yeah. Right. So we've got it to that stage now. If your bit size, if you look in your settings on your flat script, you got a bit size. Now my bit size, when I cut it, it was such a tight fit, and I did have to do some trimming. So possibly that's not the right bit size, or something was not right. Step over, inside, outside, over cut. So I could have put that up a bit, but I kept it all to default if I could. Anyway, and you can alter your plunge rate and your feed rate and your spindle speed. You can play around with the settings. I did a multi-pass depth at every 2 millimeters, so it generated a few multi-passes. Right, so once we've got this, actually we don't need that one, do we? Well, have I got that one? What's that for? We don't need that line. Right, let's get rid of that line. Yeah, so what you do is, in order to line up, this has to be, line that up with your X plane. So it's flat. When you look on the edge, it's flat. But what you want to do is you want to come up 10 mil and over 10 mil. The reason you want to do that is so when you start your G code, you've got a bit of edge to it. You don't want to cut right to the edge. You want it to actually cut and leave a little bit. Right, so we got to that point. So what we're going to do now is we'll have a look at the drill next. Now you can do an inside cut. Let's have a look here. So that's trying to do an outside cut. So that edge, that needs flipping as well. All the edges need flipping for some reason. I have to keep saving it. Let's try again. Now that's gone weird, look at that. Now that's because the hole is probably the same size as or smaller than the bit. So let's measure it. Right, 3.2, and I said it's 3.9, so it may work out okay, but I don't want it to try to mill and move around, so I'm going to do, what I do is I do that, a flat script, and it needs to go all the way through, and I just do that, and it'll just plunge the milling bit straight through the material, and it'll go through to the thickness of your material, which you have to set here. What I do is I set it a little bit thicker than what it really is, and that's because the tabletop, the CNC's not that accurate. The bed, it's a bit uneven. Plus, if you don't go deep enough, you'll end up having to try and trim it yourself or run the pass again and adjust the Z on it and stuff. So you don't want to do all that. Right, anyway, so let's go around and reverse the rest of these. I'll just protect, well, try them first. We'll just reverse them. I think they all need reversing. Now, if you want to, like you say, if you don't want to drill, drill all the way through, say if you want to tap it and you just need a mark on it, just so you can know, it's like, you know, so like a template, so you know where to drill a hole. So you just want a little mark, a nick on it from your milling bit. You can set the plunge rate to whatever you know, so many percent of the depth of the material, basically. Right, so have I done them all? I'm not sure. The only way to tell, let's say what we've done so far. Let's just try. Well, you won't know, but I mean, let's try an inside cut on this here. That's doing a weird thing. I don't know if that would actually work. I think it would probably work actually. Everything looks good. Yeah, I'd have to try that, whether that would work or not. Whenever I've seen that before in the past, I've just left it. See, that one will actually fit in there. Right. Anyway, so we've got that. So what we want to do now is just save that again. And we'll apply the G-code to it now, why not? Right, so what we'll do our inside cut on whatever we can. So that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one, and that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one we can get away with. Anything else we can do an inside cut on? Can we do that one? No, it's not having it, look. So I'm not sure if it did do it, so I'm going to do an undo, creating an offset face. Nah, it's if you do manage, don't do an undo if you do a flat script. Do that. Get your rubber and just go on that bit, right? Because you'll end up wrecking it. It'll keep the code in there, and you'll put two lots on it and stuff. So what we're going to do with the rest is do plunge on it. So get the plunge tool, and we're just going to plunge it there. Plunge it there. See that? I have to undo that. Right, got to get it lined up. Like that. It will sketch up. If you infer to it, it'll get it. Instead of it wobbling around like this, look. If you hold it on the edge, and then it'll go to the center. It's pretty good like that. Right, we've got some more here. Alright, so these are as accurate as you've done your model. So if you've done your model accurate, these will be accurate. And we're using the model to as a template to cut all our holes now. Right, so I've done that. Once you've got all your inner cuts working, right, you can do your outer cut. So it's going to save that now. So the last thing that you do is your outside cut, and that's showing it inside cut. Do you know something? This is going to totally mess this up now. If I swap that face round, it's going to throw everything out, isn't it? But it might not do. I've done it the wrong way. Right, let's try it. Let's reverse the face. Yeah, because I've already laid them out, it might be alright. Let's try the outside cut. Yeah. Yeah, because you want to, if you did the inside cut, you'd be smaller. It would be the wrong size, so we do the outside cut. And that's it. Now, what we're going to do now, we're going to try this out. So I'll save it. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to do a output the code. Oh, we need a safe area first. So you've got to put your safe area on. So you click on this, bring it down, and now the reason you have a line here, a measurement line, so this safe zone will snap straight to the, it snaps to it. Ignore these numbers, there's something gone wild with the program. Alright, so ignore that number, but it is, if you measure it, look, go from there to there, you got 400 mil, 400.8 mil. You go from there to there, you got 300.8 mil. So these weird numbers, don't know what's gone wrong with that. Anyway, because you've got your safe zone, it's going to output the G code to this. You can tailor this if you want as well. This is your area. It's going to create the G code for. If you wanted to shrink it down a bit further, you could. In fact, it might do that. I might just go into this and alter it a bit. So we'll get rid of the 8. We don't want the 8. Don't need the 8. And we're going to lower this down a bit. Let's lower it. Let's go to 285 by 385. Let's see what that's like. Right, now we're going to bring this one in again over the top of it. Yeah, it's about the right width now. It's a bit too high, so let's come down another 10 with the height. So it's going to be this one here. So 7. That's nice. That's a nice fit. When you go to mill it, I'm not sure if it sees that as the milling or this whole size, but anyway, let's save it. Let's output the G code. So when you click on this button here to output the G code, create a G code, it's going to only create the G code in this area, this safe area. So we'll click on that now. Right, it's going to ask for a name. I'm going to go over top of that one because that one was full of errors anyway. I didn't manage to cut it, but it took ages. Right, so what we're going to do now, yeah, we've got it shows you a plot. Can't necessarily see what's going on here. What's that do? Don't know. Anyway, but I don't use this one. I just have a quick look at it. It's showing you how many passes and stuff. So we'll close that down. What we'll do now, we'll go on to. Right, I'll just go on to here and get it onto the. Right, so what I'll do. Hang on, I've got to get off there as well. No, I've just hidden my link. Hang on. Can I do it off here? Bookmarks. Yeah. Right, so there's this site called ncviewer.com. I seem to use that one now. But basically, you've got a pretend CNC or a player. You can open up a file. It's got it there from last time I did it. So that G code we just created. Right, I've got a pretend CNC machine here. It's showing you the tool path. When I started doing this years ago, when I first got my CNC, I haven't got a clue. Still haven't, but anyway. Right, so you can run it. You can run this, right? So you can run it, reverse it, stop it. So let's play it. Ready? Can you see that? Yeah. And it's going to go through and it's doing the. Why is it doing 2? See that? It's doing 2. So there's a problem with the code. It's got some retained G code from when it went wrong yesterday, because this is what I was doing. It was doing 2 lots of holes when I only wanted 1. And that's what it does. It goes round and plays. You can speed it up, but you can see how many passes, and you can see if it's this is it's playing it at fast speed. I think it's playing it. Yeah, I think it's playing it at fast speed. Yeah, it's not showing the line. It's doing the edges. It's going doing all the edges. Look, I think it's finished. Yeah. See, what I should have done is not overwritten the one I just done. I still got it on a memory stick. So what I didn't do yesterday, let me just put a memory stick in here. Right. What I didn't do yesterday when I made it, I didn't. Let me open this one up off the memory stick. Right, hang on a second. Right, get it off the memory stick. Right, this is the one that I did yesterday off a memory stick. Now have a look at the mayhem that's going on here. Right, ready, here we go. Look how long this will take. It's actually playing it back a lot quicker than, but it was doing all sorts of stuff, and it was trimming the edges, and the G code wasn't clean code. It was doing weird stuff. I'm just wondering now whether it did actually load the one off the disk. Looks the same to me. Well, don't know. I suppose we could look at the file size. Yeah, we can look at this size here. How many instructions? We'll compare it. See how it's doing that juddering stuff on the corners, look. And I had to watch it do that, and it made the head go back and forth. And I thought, what the hell's going on here? And it was some code in there that was tough. Right, let's finish that. Anyway, so that's the viewer. Right, so we'll get rid of the viewer. So that's that. Let's give you a once over before we leave of the model itself. And let's go back on to our own perspective. Yeah, so we had to make all these sockets. It took a while to make everything, but if you treat it as it's going to save you time when you're building it, you know, so you model all your buttons, you use the sizes of the button, you copy and you paste onto top of and make sure it's on the top. So I made a copy of it so I could leave everything intact. And I copied the whole thing over to there, and you just put your inside outside overcuts on, and it makes you the finished product, right? Okay, so there's a lot of extra stuff, like if I was to go into X-ray and look at the lock, there's lots of intricacies in here. You can't see some of it, right? So I've gone to a big extreme really, but at least you've got a nice model if you want to look at the model, you know, inside it and whatever, you know, and like you can see what you want to see basically. You know, you can see all stuff. See, just you know, if you do it, you've got it. Now that can be used again. See, these buttons can use it. You can use again. And you already got the you know what size they are and everything. Right, so that's the model of it. So let's show you the finished thing. Yeah, finished thing. Let's just shut that down a minute. I'll go over to here. Right, so I've got a finished thing. Finished as in complete. And let's bring it up there. I'll get the camera on it in a minute. Well, no, I might not. There it is. And basically, we've got. Let's watch that. There's a little go up in flames. Let's pull that off a minute. I've got a little real-time clock plugged in there, so leave that off for a minute. Yeah, so I've got the finished thing with the lock, the buttons, and it's all wired up as well, and the wires are wired through gaps which get milled out as well. So all the wiring and connector blocks are underneath. And you've got your IDC socket there, and I've got reader there. And it's basically exactly the same as what you saw, and it's in a nice little Jessup's camera box. That's the idea is to unplug it and shut it down. Stick it in your car or whatever. Put it in your car and just take it with you and demonstrate to you, so just demonstrate it. And to demonstrate it, let's just demonstrate it. Right, is it going to, right, it's going to have the no date and time now, because tell you what, I could just join the network. Right, so it's standalone at the minute. I'm going to join the network, so I'll just hold it in. 1 beep means it's going to try and join the network. Reboot. It's rebooting now, and it'll join the network. And it's got the date and time off the NTP server. That's fine. So that's your egress button. You got your door contact, which is reprogrammed up to do relay 2. And you got an auxiliary one, which would be tamper normally. Okay, so you got your lock. You can demonstrate it by showing them pressing the lock. It's locked at the minute. Press your egress, and it's unlocked. So you're able to do that, and it's locked again. Of course, my hand's getting away. Yeah, locked, unlocked, locked. Okay. So that's that. So it's a little access control thing, right? But it's programmable, and you can also, I'll put it there for now. You can get it up on your phone if you want. Just get it up on your phone. I'll just get it up on the phone. Hang on a minute. And that's what you got. You got your web interface all ready to go. And we can't see it there. Can you see it off this other one? Hang on. Let's see if I can get you onto room cam. Right. We're down here and here, and hang on. It's probably better if I do it that way, isn't it? Right, so you can just impulse it relay. Okay, so wirelessly connected to the router, we can impulse relay straight from there. And what you can't see, try and shovel this around a bit. Hang on. So I'll try and show you the phone, and if you could see, hang on, if you could see the LEDs as well light up. Now what I'll do is I'll press the button in. Now I don't know if you can see on the screen. Can you see the red? See the symbols there when I press the buttons? If I hold all 3 buttons in, all 3 round target inputs light up, and both padlocks are unlocked. That's the exit button programmed up for relay 2, which we don't yet. We haven't got relay 2 on board. Relay 1 and spare input. So there's that, and you can also bring it up on the screen. We'll bring it up on. We'll bring it up on here. And this one's 99, so we're gonna have to close this one down. So I close the phone down now, and we can log in and click the relay. I don't know whether I can bring this up here. I'll show you. Yeah. Hang on. Can I do it? Is it possible to do such a thing? Right. This is mad. Yeah. Chaos of the Mind edition. Yeah, that was the last one. Yeah, so you can click it here and do that there. Right. Now I can press the first button, the green one, which is exit, and it'll light up on there. If I hold the button in, you see the round bullseye, which is telling you that the input's triggered. Let go, and so on and so forth. It's all wirelessly done. We can even go through to the timer. Go on to time zone. We're on Monday, 2056. Actually, good timing. This is for. So we'll choose Monday at 21. Let's go to 21. Might as well. Which is not far off 21 now. And we'll go 21 till 21:15. Okay, we click save. So we've got Monday 21 to 21:15. Okay, and you can come out of that now and you can go over to controls and just sit there. And obviously I'm not going to hold this there for another 3 minutes, so we'll come back to it when it gets a bit sooner. Or we could go to the clock. We can go, put it on the shoulder, or we can go to the clock. If we don't want to wait 3 minutes, we can go to the settings, set the clock, and we can just tell it it's 59, and that's it. And the date is the same, and we can just go like that. And now your clock has changed, so you only got to wait painful 30 odd seconds. Yeah. So in the meantime, you can click it on and off. That's relay 2. We haven't got a relay attached on relay 2. It's something we've got to plug in. We've got Octal Darlington driver on board, and there's 2 spare. A relay 2 and relay 3 comes out to a spare connector over that side. No, over this side. There you need to have your own relay, 5-volt relay. Okay, so that's coming up to the time. I'm holding this up in the air, doing a live thing, and might as well just show you the last little bit on it, seeing as it's all about this box, demonstration box, and then we'll leave it at that. So it's about to click on. There you go. It's come on. Right, so that's working. If you want to get back to the real time, you can either set it again or reset the unit. I'll just press reset on it, and it'll lose it for a minute, and yeah, it's gone back. Look, see, it's gone back to the login screen. Oh, it hasn't. There it has. So you've got the real time back again now, and actually in another minute it's going to click on again because the time zone still got the info 21 to 21:15. So the whole thing, it's a bit like Back to the Future or whatever. Back to the I don't know. Anyway, it says that, and there's the token side of it as well with the reader. That's a good side. You've got standalone learning is enabled. We've got 3 tokens in there, which are these ones here. Might as well show you this before I pack it up. So you got your 1 token, your 2 token, and your 3 token. Now you want to delete your tokens, so we click on this, delete all the tokens. Yeah, we've got no tokens in it. We're in learn mode. We'll turn learn mode off for a minute. I'll put the token back on. Nothing's happening. Bleeping the reader, but nothing's happening. Alright, and that's the timer just kicked in all over again. So while it's kicked in, you won't be able to do anything with the token. So go back to the time zone, and we'll make Monday. We'll clear the time zone. That's it. We cleared the time zone, so we can go back to controls and click it off. Right, Go back to tokens. Right, we're not learning anything. We can't do anything with the tokens. Nothing's happening. Get a bleep but no click. We put learn on. We get a bleep and a click. So it learns it straight away and lets you in, depending on the mode you're in. But and there they are. There's the 3 tokens already back in. You can leave learn on. You can turn it off from remote, and it'll just operate the thing. It's already got the tokens in, and that's it really. So anyway, let me put this down. So there's my demonstrator, and I've got some more work to do on it. I've got this little screen here. Let's just click it back over to the front view of it. So I've got this Larlin TFT display. It's 320 by 240, and the reason I like this one is it's got a little 10-way I forget what they call it now, SH socket, can't remember. Anyway, but that plugs directly into my board. Is a board half built, and that plugs in just into there like that. Okay, so at the minute the demonstration unit is set up with an OLED, but you can go into the code and into the code and just I have to recompile it for a TFT screen. And it's a touch screen as well. I've had it working. And you see some of my old videos if you want to see that. It's got my firmware on it anyway. So the idea, going back to the SketchUp thing a minute, the model. Here it is. Right, so that's the TFT screen there. So I haven't put that on the board yet. I might fit that actually, but what I didn't want to do is overwhelm them with too much stuff. People, they like simple. If you show them too much, they'll go like this. They'll go, oh, that's over my head. It's too complicated, and they'll go and find something that's less complicated, basically. So, like one of my brochures I did a while back was too complicated, too much information. It scared me off reading it again. Anyway, so I'll put that away, but that's got to be fitted as well at some point. Maybe I'll do that later on today. So we've got a cowl, the wooden cowl one. Can I get it on here? Hang on. Yeah, let's just save that one. Let's bring up this cowl. This one was I was gonna make this out of wood. I got the wood and everything. Let's just put some stuff on there. Hang on, where are we looking? So we've got your aluminium. That's the right, the TFT. So milled out the alum, and I'm doing it again on time. Hang on, almost did it again. Almost did a stream with nothing showing. Yeah, so let's start again. So you got your wooden cowl, right? Your aluminium goes in. This was an intercom, audio video intercom, and then you got right. Your Larlin display goes in there. Your let's take off the aluminium a minute. Put the aluminium last. We've got the controller there. It's all going to be mounted to the clear plastic. What else? Speaker. Camera module. Yeah, camera as well. Camera. New button. Cable clamp. So you got cable clamp. That's just what I thought I'd do. Might as well build it in. What else we got? We've got missing now. We've got a different kind of RFID reader. And what else we got? That's about it, isn't it? Yes, we put the aluminium cutout on. And the reader head. What do they call the reader? Yeah, the reader. And we've got everything else is there, isn't it? Fixings. What about fixings? Aluminium fixings, there you go. Right, so we ended up with something like this. It was going to be milled out of wood. This is a 2x7 joist, or you can get some nice fruit wood if you want and mill it out. And that's it. So that, I wanted to build this, so two of them. I wanted to build two of them, so when I program what I've got two to test, call one to another, like. So you got your microphone, camera, speaker, button, touchscreen display. It'd have to be, I don't think the touchscreen would work through polycarbonate, but you got your RFID reader. Yeah, okay. Right, so that's that. So, but that TFT, I've already got it working with that anyway. So, anyway, that's going to be about it for this stream, I think. Just wanted to show you the going through from SketchUp, modeling it to creating the thing, and it made it a lot easier to mill that out. Oh, what have I done? Right. Anyway, to mill out that sheet out, it made it so much easier. Well, I wouldn't fancy that trying to drill all these and get them in the right place, and you know they wouldn't be accurate or anything, would they? So, but you could do that with it. Doesn't have to be a CNC. You could do it with a laser cutter. You can get a cheap Chinese laser cutter. And loads of people are selling them now because they take up too much room. I've got two of the things, and I just got to get rid of them or get rid of one of them, and because they just take up so much room. And I've just shut down my. Let's go on to go back onto that view. So I've just shut down my monitoring. Yeah. Right. Anyway, so that's it, really. That's all I wanted to show you, and that'll do. And I'll speak to you all again soon. How long have we been going for? Can't tell on that one. 67 minutes, that's enough. Alright then, let's get you on the front screen and we'll close all that down. Right, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next update. Bye for now. Ta-ra.